we have made a nice change to DukaPlus that I would like everyone to see. So I have already logged in here. So what I need to do here is basically to select a restaurant. So I like to select this one because of some reason. So here you notice that I can go ahead and sell, for example, a chocolate, which goes to the cart. Now, that's not what I wanted to show you. I want to show you that if I will switch into another shop which does not have a shift, it's going to first of all require me to enter a shift. So let me show you that. And you can see here we have shifts. So the shifts you are seeing here, you see we have an open shift here for this store. So let me switch to a different store, which is maybe Dika, and then I click on continue. You see, this tells me that we don't have a shift open there, so we need to open a shift first. Now you notice that is for sure the shift that is there is closed. So we open a shift. When opening a shift, we need to enter how much money do we have in cash. We can say, for example, we have 1,000. That is because this shift is also what is used to manage cash here. So that every time you sell in cash, the system records that amount, and when you spend, you make an expense in cash, it also deducts. So when you are closing the shift, the system knows exactly how much money you are supposed to have in cash. So I click on open shift, and there you go, you have a shift. Now with that, now I am able to go into sales. So you couldn't come here if you didn't have that shift. And you notice that the looks have also changed. You notice now that we have 3 columns and we have the horizontal scrolls here. So that is what you have done. So instead of having one long list scrolling, we now have these ones where every category of items is shown on a horizontal scroll. But of course that did not override, because we don't expect you to be scrolling like this. That does not override, for example, our amazing search there, and also these categories, filter by categories. For example, if I do only, let me see, pet supplies. If I only say I want to see pet supplies, the filter is applied and that's the only thing I see. If I remove that and I say, for example, in sports, I only want to see, let me see, classic jump rope. So I can just come here and say, for example, I want to see jump rope. Oh, jump rope. There are a number of classics. Oh yeah, not really. So I can do classic jump rope, and there you go. Classic jump rope shows up. So that does not override our search. The search is still there. Now, so this is where you manage the shifts. Everything about the shift goes there. But of course, don't forget that now that affects also our cash management in terms of what happens in the expenses here. So every time you make an expense, I think I mentioned that it affects the amount of cash that you have. And therefore, when we are done with these sales and you want to close the shift, what happens, let me show you, is that you come here. Let's sell something. Let's go ahead and sell something like this one, 611. When you're here, you see this is the item that you have. And if you go to, let me sell 2 of them. Let me add this one so it makes sense. You see you have 2 items in the cart now. Now, from here, you see this is now basic plan that we are selling, and then we have basic pet brush. We can of course add these items from here. Of course, that is a very good feature. And that's not all. You can also change the price directly from here. So for example, this was 611. I can make it 600 for this customer. And you see automatically it adds, it shows you a visual there to show you that it was 611 and now you're selling it at 600, and therefore you're giving a discount of 2%. How amazing is that? And when I'm contented with that, now the total will be 2040. I click on go, and then I say I'm paying this through cash, and then the sale is done, and I just need to enter my number here so that I can get the WhatsApp receipt, and that is it. The sale is done. So you can see it shows me a pop-up up there telling me that the sale has been completed. And if I look at what has come in from Upersoft, you notice that this is our receipt. There you go, 2 items. These were the prices. You remember this one we changed to 600, and therefore this is the amount that was supposed to be paid. Oh, I wanted to go back here. So now if we go to our shift management, you notice that if we click on close, we want to close the shift. You see, this is the expected closing amount. We sold something for 2040 shillings and we had 1,000 shillings as the opening balance. So the system tracks and tells us that if you're closing this shift, you need to have 3,040. So if you spend something in if you make an expenditure here in cash, it's going to reduce this amount. So I can also show you that. Let me go to expenses and I do a new expense, and this is the date category. Oh my goodness, we don't have you have a category there, just a sample one. Let's do 500, and we can see this was spent in cash and this was lunch. Oh, I lost it. Yeah, lunch. And then the amount is 500 and the category is this one, right? Create expense. Yes, I want to confirm. And then when that shows up, I just open it and I click on submit it. There you go. Now when that expense has been submitted, because remember it is in cash, if I come to shift now and I refresh, you see the amount has been deducted. So the amount that you are supposed to have now is 2,540. So let me stop this video there, because of course I don't want it to be so much. Thank you so much. If you have any comments, please, I would like to know, also suggestions of how you would like us to improve this so that it serves you best. Otherwise, I am hoping to see you inside.